Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with TK. Today you guys, I'm going to show you how I made this delicious baked chicken in my oven. If you'd like to know how I made it, then let's get into the video. Okay everyone, so the first thing I do is I gather my seasonings and I wash my chicken. I didn't show you on camera, but I did wash my chicken. Wash it with some salt, vinegar, and lemon juice. Or a lemon, and just wash it really good, get all that crusty stuff off it. Then I have a pan, and in the bottom of the pan I have some bell peppers, some onion, and some celery that I chopped. Here I have 1 cup of water mixed with some chicken bouillon, and I'm going to pour that into the bottom of the pan. Okay, I'm not going to sit my chicken directly in the bottom of the pan. I am going to use a wire rack. But the steam from the chicken broth and the aromatics from the onions, bell pepper, and celery, all that will create a nice, decent flavor to our chicken. Now I have 1 stick of butter melted, and I'm adding some olive oil to that 1 stick of butter. And I think I added about 1/4 cup of olive oil, and I'm going to mix that together, okay? Because we're going to brush this butter and olive oil onto our chicken with our seasonings to make a beautiful, delicious, tasteful crust on our chicken. Our skin is going to crisp up very beautifully. So now I'm going to mix my seasoning in. You can use whatever type of seasoning that you like, but I used lemon pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, slap your mama seasoning, adobo seasoning, and some Sazon. Please use the Sazon in the orange pack. The Sazon in the orange pack is what gives it the beautiful color. Okay, so go ahead and mix that in with your olive oil and your melted butter. Mix it in really good. Blend it in. You didn't hear me say add salt because some of the other seasonings that I'm using, they all have salt in them. And I did use unsalted butter as well because we don't need any more salt than we already have. And trust me, it's more than enough flavor. It's flavor upon flavor upon flavor. But remember, use the seasoning to your particular liking. Season the amount of seasoning that you like, okay? Here I am going to go on the inside cavity of my chicken that I'm about to bake. Some call it a roasted chicken in the oven. I'm going to put some onions, some more celery, and some bell pepper inside of the cavity, okay, of our chicken. Now, if you would like to know exactly, I chopped up 1 onion. It was a small one to a medium-sized onion. You don't need much because, you know, a chicken is small. I used 1 stick of celery, you know, just a few pieces on the inside, the rest in the bottom of the pan. And I chopped up 1 bell pepper, half of the bell pepper on the inside, half of the bell pepper on the bottom of the pan, the roasting pan for our chicken. So you put those vegetables all up in that cavity. Now, if you would like to add some of that seasoning inside the cavity, go ahead. It's not going to hurt anything, okay? We just want this to be tasteful. Your kitchen is gonna light up with a delicious smell, okay? So now, the reason why I have these gloves on is because we're gonna rub this butter, oil, and seasoning mixture all on the outside of our chicken, and also we're gonna lift up that skin, and we are going to rub the seasonings onto the skin and the inside of our chicken, under the breast and on the back. So just follow along with me and go ahead and rub the seasoning on. Give that chicken a great massage. Just work it in. Work your seasoning on your chicken. Yeah. Now take your chicken. Make sure that you have your wire rack in place on whatever roasting pan that you are going to use. And at this point, I am going to flip my chicken over because I am going to cook it breast side down. Make sure that you tuck your wings under the breast of the chicken or your hen, whichever one that you're cooking. Make sure that when you place it in the oven, you're placing it at 350 degrees, and we're going to bake this for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay, 350 degrees for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I have pulled it back out of the oven. I baked it for 30 minutes with the breast side down. Now I'm flipping it over, and I'm going to continue to bake this the rest of the way on the back side. And at this point, I'm going to add some aluminum foil to the feet and to the wing tips. You add the aluminum foil to the feet and to the wing tips so that it doesn't burn. We don't want burnt chicken for presentation purposes if you're going to serve this to someone else. Okay, so now that we have our wing tips covered and our chicken feet covered, let's go back in and let's baste our chicken with some more of the butter and the Sazon seasonings, the seasonings that we mix. But make sure that you have that Sazon in there. The Sazon is giving it that beautiful, beautiful color that we're getting for our baked chicken in the oven, or let's say our roasted chicken in the oven. It is going to be so delicious and beautiful on your table. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in after I baste this chicken really, really good. I want you guys to just see how I am basting this chicken all over to make sure that we're having a juicy chicken on the inside but crispy on the outside with that seasoning on that skin, because when you bite into it, that's what you would like to taste, those flavors upon flavors. Okay, so now our chicken is done. After we placed it back in the oven to finish baking the rest of the way, you can see how beautiful this chicken is, you guys. Now I cut between those thighs myself personally. You don't have to. That's just something that I chose to do, you guys, because I want to make sure that it cooks. Okay, so here's our finished product. I took it out of the oven and I placed it on a tray. I am going to break my chicken down because this is for me. I'm going to be making chicken wraps and different things with my chicken this week. But I wanted you guys to see this beautiful baked chicken recipe that I made because it's that time of the year. A lot of guys are trying to come up with Thanksgiving dishes, and baked chicken is one of the favorites that people love to use during the holiday seasons. And it's cold outside, and baked chicken just warms you up, okay? And it doesn't make you fat. So let me cut into this chicken. I should have let it rest. You need to allow it to rest at least 30 to 40 minutes, but I didn't because I want to cut into it and show you guys that it's done and how juicy it is. Do you see that beautiful, beautiful chicken breast? I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how I made this baked chicken in my oven. Please don't forget to like, comment, share. Please share this video out on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And come back to my channel. Make sure you have your notification bell on so you be notified each and every time Cooking with TK uploads a video.